100 years ago, if you had a road coming to your town, you did better than if you didn't have a road coming to your town. When the freeway system was built, if it bypassed your town, a lot of towns dried up. Fiber optics and wireless networks are no different. You've got to be connected to it. Otherwise, you dry up. And that's just simply an economic reality of today.
Technology for government usually is behind what's going on in the business world. First of all, we're risk adverse. We're not going to spend taxpayer dollars on a technical solution until we know it's going to work. So we're moving to internet-based systems that not only can we use them, but whenever possible, we're putting a front end on it so that citizens can use it just like we would.
This is government actually doing what it says it's going to do, and that's provide basic service.
Our use of technology is fundamentally changing the way government works.
Government fundamentally exists to do those things that we can't do as individuals, and public safety is absolutely one of those functions.
Probably our biggest challenge is public safety and how to get the tools in the hands of the officers that need the tools. Officers need to know the history of where they're going, any criminal activity that's in that area, and the same for firefighters.
Here in the city of Albuquerque, we've actually resolved that all of our public safety entities can communicate with each other. They can get data instantaneously. But it is a national challenge, and it is one that must have a technology solution. I know that every mayor in the country talks about, well, let's develop a new technology economy, let's be the next Silicon Valley. And I don't know that that's actually a viable goal for every single city. But we are certainly achieving it here in Albuquerque.
Well, Eclipse is a truly digital company. In other words, everything we do is done electronically, and it's all integrated from front to back.
This is a company that could have gone anywhere.
We wanted to be someplace where we could attract employees, where we could bring employees in, we could supplement the local community when necessary, and yet we would be able to engender a high level of employee loyalty through the quality of life, through the community, through where we're located. 21st century infrastructure in the form of adequate communications, in the form of high-speed communications, are just, they're a prerequisite. It's not a negotiable point. Clearly, we're acting as an economic engine in the state today. That's not counting the trickle-down effect of our vendors, our suppliers, other people that are doing work for us here in the state. That's all growing right now in the city.
There used to be an old bumper sticker slogan that said the best social program invented is a job, but there's a lot of truth there. And so we have really benefited from this new technology economy. And when people are working, the other social problems that we have as communities tend to be minimized. The challenge is to create an environment that is attractive to those who would come here who are concerned about the education system. And as important as that is, it's secondary to the more fundamental challenge, and that is the kids that are born and raised here, letting them have access to those things.
We want people to move into our city and feel like it's a safe place to live and a great place to learn. So as we connect every classroom, as we make this connectivity within the state, within the city, within the school district, bigger and bigger, or more available to more and more people, we're going to provide an environment that will be to the advantage of our kids.
Making sure that the kids are connected gives them the opportunity that they absolutely have to have in this new world. I think this is one of the most special places on the planet Earth. And I've watched from when I was a youngster, when we had real challenges economically, particularly with people of color having access to the good things in life, the American dream, if you will, to where we're today able to access those things.
There's a broader concept. It's not about the stuff. It's not about the computers. It's about what you're trying to do with it. And the communication component is really the big deal. And it's that working on connecting people that really is the greatest asset.